Faith, Family Culture with Luke and Susie, and subscribe to that podcast, lukeandsusie.com. Suze,
Yeah.
I want it all.
Yeah.
I want it all. I want it all, and I want it now. We are constantly living life in the search for everything.
Yes.
We want it all, and we search for it as if we've got nothing.
Yeah.
And we're going to explore that very topic with our next guest.
Michelle Gibbings is her name. She's the author of Step Up. Now, Michelle, the question that we have for you today is, I'm not sure how you're going to go with it. And we haven't really prepped you on it. So good luck to start with. How are you?
Thank you. I'm feeling really good right now.
Yeah, good. Excellent.
Now, you do talk about how having it all is a bit of a myth. But my question is that, well, I think Donald Trump, first of all, would disagree with you. But secondly, we often do get what we want, but it doesn't feel how we think it would feel. So the question I have for you is, what does it feel like for us to actually get what we want?
It's interesting because I think sometimes people imagine what it's going to be like, and then when they get it, it's not what they thought it was going to be. And it's that whole, the old adage from when I was growing up, grass is always greener on the other side. We think that when we get that thing, or we've achieved that goal, or we've lost the 5 kilos, that everything in our life is going to be perfect. And it's like, well, sometimes, yes, that may make your life better or happier momentarily. And it's really interesting because if you look at all of the research into happiness, and they now have lots of researchers around the world who actually look at what makes people happy, and they found that we all have what they call a set point for happiness, which means it's almost like a level that we individually typically operate. And the things that people often think will make someone happier, like winning a lot of money or having something good happen in their life, will give a spike. And so they'll have momentary sort of period of happiness, but then they'll go back to that normal set point. If you want to actually change that set point, there's a whole range of deliberate practices that you need to do to actually change that set point for happiness.
Like
and
what?
It's not about money.
What is it?
So it's things like gratitude, practicing being happy for what you have, but also noticing, because often when you look around, you can see what everyone has that you don't have, but often you have a lot that other people don't have. So being grateful for what you've got, being in the present moment and looking at what around you can just make you feel comfortable and happy because of what's happening right now. So a good example is this morning, my husband and I went for a walk with our dog, Barney, and we went, about 10 to 6 in the morning, and there was the most amazing sunrise. And just stopping and looking at that sunrise, we both just felt so good. And also things around meditation and mindfulness, all of those sorts of things, which are practices, are the things that will actually change how you approach your life and therefore change that set point for happiness.
That whole concept of what you were saying at the start there about not looking at what you don't have, look at what you do have. And not only does that make you happier, according to that research, but it also makes you more likable, and it makes you more efficient and innovative, and you get to be more effective in the world. You're so much more productive if you just look at what you have instead of what you don't have.
And it also makes you a much better friend and a much better partner, because you can then be genuinely happy for other people when things go well for them. Whereas you sometimes see people who aren't actually happy when something works out for someone around them, because they then just go, oh, well, I don't have that. Rather than go, oh, isn't it awesome? So-and-so just got this and I'm so happy because that's something that they needed or something that they were really looking forward to.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I love that idea that we actually have the ability to change that set point for happiness. Our guest today, she's the author of Step Up, How to Build Your Influence at Work. Michelle Gibbings, our guest. Thank you so much for exploring that on-the-spot question with us.
Oh, my pleasure.